So now we go to our third and final heat for Minimax here at Karting Défaigne in Marienburg. We've had two different winners so far. First winner this weekend, Nikita Lubimov, Heat 2, Cole Denham. Can we make it 3 from 3? Well, let's take you through our starting grid before. We have to wait and find out. Nikita Lubimov starts on the front row of the grid again from pole position with Lucas Dodeur alongside. Lars Lambers and Cole Denham on row 2. Jacob Ashcroft and Lieke van Berkel ran at the top 3 rows. Felipe Reyes and Emilian Bull, Oliver Warner and Albert Friend. They complete the top 10 on the grid. Isaac Barker and Rory Armstrong, row 6. Tom Reed and Maxim Bobrishov, row 7. Christian Sejerson and Denny Babacek, row 8. Jack Freeman and Konstantinos Kandelidis, that is row 9. Completing the top 20, it's Bram van der Weken and Vic van Kampenhout. Rounding out the 24-strong grid from the Czech Republic, it is Jakub Kubera. Then it's Germany's Mikko Schwiers, then Kieran Stewart from the United Kingdom, and representing the island of Guernsey, it is Amelie Davey. So, another 7 minutes plus an additional lap. Now, if, and I'm saying if Nikita Lubimov or Cole Denham wins this race, it is effectively going to be one of those drivers at the top of the standings, the ranking after the heats. However, if we have a third different winner from 3 different races, could spice things up completely, folks. Again, another 7 minutes plus an additional lap on the counter here at Karting Défaigne in Marienburg for what has been a very, very hotly contested, very, very hot weather condition orientated circuit so far today. We're at 30 degrees Celsius air ambient temperature. But the drivers now make their way through the final right-hander, and they're going to go up the hill into the tram lines. And we are getting set and ready for the third and final race. Into the tram lines we go. Are we ready? Are we steady? Lights are out first time, and we are underway. And Lubimov keeps the lead going into turn number 1. Now the run to turns 2 and 3. Lars Lambers up into second position. Fourth looks to be Jacob. Oh, we've had a bit of a coming together outside. Coming out of turn number 3. And one of which is a Dan Holland racing car. I think I've just spotted that was the 153. Oh, no. Isaac Barker comes into strife on the very, very first lap. Nice little move there from the 196. Bram van der Weken from Belgium. Getting past Konstantinos Kandelidis from Greece. And there's a change of foot. Oh, Albert Friend right into the side pod of Lieke van Berkel into the second from last right-hander. And there goes Rory Armstrong. Oh, entangles! Van Berkel gets a touch from Armstrong and then also gets hit straight afterwards. And that was the Sodi car. That was Jakub Kubera, the 129. That was a real shame. So Isaac Barker and Jack Freeman. Oh, those were the 2 karts involved on the opening lap. And then towards the end of the lap itself, Lieke van Berkel, the front bumper completely stoved in at the front after the hard hit as Jakub Kubera had absolutely nowhere to go once the incident transpired. 5 minutes and 25 seconds still remain on the timer. Lubimov leads. Second, it's Cole Denham. Lars Lambers, who I think was excluded post-race 2. Yellow flags, so they can't overtake. I hope Lieke van Berkel, I hope she's okay. Oh, she's actually sitting in the cart at the moment as the marshal drags it out of harm's way. We have now got a full course yellow. Full course yellow for the first time this weekend. Good decision there by our race director and race control. Full course yellow has been implemented. It is a full slow zone around this 1,388 meter circuit. So now drivers will have to slot back into their positions. No overtaking permitted, half speed around the circuit whilst the cleanup operation happens. Now what this will do will very, very handily change the dynamic of this race. So when we do go back to green flag racing, which we are still under full course yellows, the drivers will have to watch their deltas. And I'm not at all surprised with the hard hit on the front end of Jakob Kubera's car when unfortunately having nowhere to go, being collected by the front end of Lieke van Berkel's kart as Rory Armstrong looked up the inside. It went for the move, but I think it just might have been, you know, the thing is these hotter temperatures are very, very demanding, and also so is what happens in racing. So the main thing now is that everyone is going to have to just stay calm. They've got to stay in the line. It's going to be a single file restart. So once they go past the yellow line, then they can start going for it. Until that point, they can accelerate up to the yellow line, but they cannot overtake before it. Until that green flag waves, looks like one of the members of the medical team is going to assist. Might be for Lieke van Berkel, just to check that she's okay. Still under full course yellow. So the timer is still continuing to count down. Let's have a run through of the running order as things stand at this particular moment with 2 minutes and 38 on the clock to go. Nikita Lyubimov leads the way. Cole Denham in second. Lars Lambers, Jacob Ashcroft, Lucas Stolder, Felipe Reyes, Oliver Warner, Albert Friend, Tom Reed and Maxim Bobrishov. That's the top 10. Then it's Bram van der Weyken, Rory Armstrong, Denny Babacek, Konstantinos Kandelidis, Vic van Kampenhout rounds out the top 15, followed by Emilian Bull, Kieran Stewart, Nico Schwerz, Amelie Davey and Isaac Barker, who ran at the top 20. Christian Sejersen has dropped all the way down to 21st. Out of the race, unfortunately, Jack Freeman, Lieke van Berkel and Jakob Kubera. There is a time penalty, and that is going to go to the 151, which is Kandelidis for breaking formation with 2 wheels outside the tram lines. Green flag is now prepped and ready to get the race back underway. 1 minute, 45 seconds, plus an additional lap. Green flag waves. We're back underway and racing, and Cole Denham sweeps to the outside of Nikita Lyubimov as Jacob Ashcroft now decides it's the time to strike and get past Lars Lambers. And look at that train at the front end of the field. Felipe Reyes looking for a move up the inside. That's on Lucas Stolder. Didn't get through. Oliver Warner looking to the inside, going through into turn 5. Has to slot back in behind. And Albert Friend looking on the inside of Oliver Warner through turn 6. No room in the end there for Mr. Friend. But still, Nikita Lyubimov leading the way. We are going to be down to 2 laps to go. It's going to be a sprint to the end of heat stay. And then the drivers can get a welcome respite, as well as their families, before getting some welcome relaxation and hopefully some cold beverages this evening. That's what everyone's going to need today. So 2 laps to go. Nikita Lyubimov primed to lead the ranking after heats after this race. Cole Denham a 10th and a half behind. Ashcroft in 3rd. Lambers, Stordeur, Felipe Reyes. Christian Sejersen is unfortunately out of the race. As all Felipe Reyes up the inside of Lucas Stolder. Through into turn number 4, and he gets through. So the 107 with RR Racing now up into 5th place. But the timer is fast counting down. A little bit further back, Rory Armstrong up the inside of the 136 on Tom Reed. And a little bit further back, oh, that was Maxim Bobrishov up the inside of Albert Friend through turn number 9. Through turn 10, now 11. And then it's going to be 12, 13 coming up now. And then through into the chicane at turn 14. 1 lap remains. Lyubimov still leads. Deno in second, Ashcroft, Lambers, Felipe Reyes. Top 5 covered by 6.5 tenths. Who is going to win this third and final race? If Lubimov does it and it gets confirmed as Felipe Reyes up the inside of Lars Lambers for 4th position through turn 4, can't get the job done. Now into turn 7. The front nose slightly washing out on Cole Denham's kart, but still able to keep it nicely under braking. Felipe Reyes again attempts to get through on Lars Lambers. But there was no room for him to get through, and he made a bit of a fumble at the same time. But out of the final right-hander, over the crest, it's going to be 2 wins out of 3. Nikita Lubimov from Estonia will go into pole position for tomorrow's pre-final with 2 wins and a second. He wins by 4 tenths ahead of Cole Denham. Jacob Ashcroft rounding out the top 3. Lars Lambers, Felipe Reyes, Lucas Stoddard, Oliver Warner, Maxim Bobrishov, Rory Armstrong and Albert Friend rounding out the top 10. But there is the youngster from Tallinn in Estonia, the Micromax Grand Finals champion back in 2021. Now in his second season as a Minimax driver, tops the ranking after heats after 2 wins and a second. So congratulations to Nikita Lubimov. Tom Reed, Denny Babacek, Bran van der Weken, Konstantinos Kandelidis, and Vic van Kampenhout provisionally ran out the top 15. Emilian Bull, Kieran Stewart, Mikko Schwerz, Isaac Barker, and Amelie Davey make it to the checkered. And unfortunately, we lost Christian Sejersen, Jakob Kubera, Lieke van Berkel, and Jack Freeman.